Welcome in to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Welcome to the Get Your Happy On Hour. I'm your host, Ricky C. Simmons. You know, I always start my shows off by giving a big shout out to Matt Warner and Empire Fencing out in Waverly, Nebraska. I appreciate all the love and support you guys continue to give me. And I really respect how you guys go about your business. So keep doing big things. I assume if everybody's listening, they survived Christmas. And that's a good thing because sometimes holidays can be dangerous. So I just want to say welcome everybody that survived Christmas, and hopefully you'll continue to make good choices and make it through into the new year, and everything should be good. Speaking of good, you know, I like doing shows when it's got something to do with good people. And I got a lot to get to tonight on my show. I got a very special guest that I'm very excited about. And I want you guys to learn about this guy the way I have over the last few years. He's like a big brother to me. And he does good things for people that he don't have to do. And I always have respect for that because I think the world needs more people like that. So I can get to my guest. I'm just going to go ahead and bring him in. Randy Allison, are you there?
I'm here, Rick. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm doing great now that I'm talking to you. Randy, I just want to share a little bit about you from my perspective, and then we're going to start some questions, and I want you to share with everybody who Randy Allison is and what you stand for. Let me say this. This guy took a chance on me when he didn't have to. He was doing big things well before we became like brothers. And I really respect and admire what he do because he do it with a good heart. And doing things from your heart is, to me, is rare. You know, everybody has motives. Everybody has a hidden agenda. This guy doesn't. He does a lot of things for other people just from the kindness of his heart. That may not make you the most popular person in the world for as social media is concerned or whatever, but he has earned respect from me and so many others. And I just want you guys to just really keep an open mind tonight and listen to what he talks about and some of the things he's done and some of the things he's going to do. We're going to cover all of that. So, Randy, I would like for you to start off by, well, first of all, let me say happy holidays to you and your family.
And you, sir.
I also want you to know that I'm honored to have you on my show, first of all, and I'm honored to look at you as a brother, man. You've been very, very, very supportive of what I do, and I just want to make sure I get that in before we even get started.
Well, I appreciate
Randy, now, could you share with us where you're from?
Well, my family and I are here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We've lived here pretty much my whole life, and it's been a great place to be. I've gotten to have the opportunity to meet so many great Huskers, you being one of them, and learn so much about the Husker Nation. Gosh, there's so much respect down here for the Huskers anyway, but having to have an opportunity to meet guys like, Mike Rozier, Guy Rozier, Doug DeBose, Tony Davis, Tommy Frazier, yourself, Johnny Rogers, Eric Crouch. All of you guys have been down here and participated in activities, fundraising activities down here over the years. And I've had a chance to spend a little bit of time in Lincoln, and gosh, how impressive.
Well, you know, I want everybody to understand something. This is an Oklahoma Sooner talking.
That's right.
This is a Boomer Sooner showing love to the Cornhuskers. I appreciate that, Randy. Now, Randy, you did attend the University of Oklahoma, is that correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. Now, after you finished with Oklahoma, I know you're still a huge Sooner fan, and I don't hold that against you because I too am a Sooner fan. So we have that also in common. But Randy, tell us about your career after college.
Well, I graduated from the University of Oklahoma in 1979 and went into the banking business.
Okay.
Uh, I actually started working at a bank right out of high school part time. And May 31st will be 50 years to the day that I
What?
started in the banking business. And that's the day I'm going to retire.
Wow. So this coming May, you're going to retire from the banking business at 50
Yes, sir.
years. Wow. Well, let me say huge congrats in advance. I mean,
Thank you.
that's quite an accomplishment. Now, Randy, what prompted you to go into helping others with these charity events that you have let me be a part of for the last few years, which I hope you continue to let me be a part of. But
Oh,
can you tell
absolutely.
us how that all came about?
Well, I go back just a little bit further than that. It very much the way I was raised. My dad taught me that in life you should leave the wood pile a little higher than you found it.
Gotcha.
So giving back was a part of his um, social activities and civic activities. I witnessed all that growing up. I became a part of that, when I got into the banking business and working through it. And then about 20 years ago, I had the opportunity to get involved with a group called Tulsa Sports Charities, and they were doing some fundraisers, and a couple of friends and I got involved in that deal, and we kind of took it up a couple of notches. And over the last 20 years, we've raised and given away a little over $1.7 million to local charities.
Wow. 1.7. Hey, you know what? That's a lot of giving.
It
That's
is.
a lot of giving, Randy. And I mean, like I said, I haven't been a part that long, but for the few years that you have allowed me to be a part, man, I really, really feel special about what you're doing. And I love being a part of it because to me, it's something that doesn't get the attention it deserves, you
Well,
know.
it's been a great opportunity to do this. I've gotten to meet, gosh, so many heroes and childhood heroes growing up, and guys that I watched playing, as I was growing up, and then later on, younger guys coming through out of the deal and meeting some really great people. But we've kind of done we've done a good enough job with our activities down here. It's not hard to get celebrities to come be a part of these deals. We actually have guys calling me saying, "Hey, how do I get to do it?" So, I
Right.
mean, you we had Ricky, you're here every year. Mike Rose, you're here every year. Guy comes down, Doug, Tony Davis, Tommy Frazier, just from the Nebraska guys, and of course, I mean, Joe Washington, Steve Owens, Billy Sims. I mean, these guys are always involved.
Yeah,
And
Marcus Dupree is a big part of it too.
Marcus Dupree, absolutely. Big man.
Yep. I mean, I just think that the fact that you invited people other than say former Sooners, I thought that was very big as well because, like I said, Oklahoma has a fan base of its own that they really didn't need anybody outside Oklahoma. But
Oh,
you,
yeah. But I mean, there's so much respect, especially for the Huskers, that I mean, people love to see you guys down here, believe it or not. And
oh, they give us a hard time though.
yeah, but I'll also tell you, I mean, it's one of these things you guys could play in charity golf tournaments every week within 50 miles of where you live, and every week of the year. You don't have to come to Tulsa, Oklahoma to help us do these things, and I appreciate so much all of you guys taking time away from your families to come down here and help us.
Well, I tell you what, we enjoy it a lot. And I got to share this one story about, I think it was the very first time I came, I didn't know what to expect. And I remember you took us, we all got on these like buses and cars, and we just carpooled over to this hospital.
Yes.
Went into this big old room, and there was probably, gosh, 100 guys, and we were signing footballs after footballs after football. Had a little assembly line going, and then after that, we broke up into groups and went to different floors of the hospital.
Yeah.
And it might be like one Sooner, one former Husker, one former Oklahoma State Cowboy, and one Tulsa guy. So it was like it was very kind of strange at first, but when we went into the first room I went into, I think there was a kid there that probably was, gosh, I'm gonna say, I'm just kind of guessing here, but probably 8 or 9 years old, and they was, you know, diagnosed with a illness that was not going to allow them to see their next birthday,
Yeah.
and that the whole family was there. And we walked into that room with that football, that autographed football, and we took pictures with the kid and, visited with the parents. And I remember vividly walking out of that room with those other 3 or 4 guys that was in my group, and all of us had tears in our eyes.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me. And that was my first time doing one of your events. And I've been coming back ever since, because I just think that sometimes people take so much for granted.
Well, and what you guys did with those young people, that when you went into their rooms and you spent a few minutes with them, it was the highlight of their days. And for some of those kids, they didn't have many days left. It was
Yeah.
really special of you guys to do that.
Well, it had an effect on us too, because, and I'm gonna speak for myself, it really made me not want to complain about anything, because these kids may never even make it to another birthday.
Yeah.
And and I'm able to, for the most part, unless something unfortunate happens, I got a life to still kind of look forward to, and I've had a great life. So even with the ups and downs, but these kids they're not going to a high school graduation. They're not
Yeah.
going to a prom. It's just so much that people take for granted. And I think it's important, man, that we share light and we shine a light on what you do. And that's why I'm so glad that you're on tonight, because there are some good things happening in our society, but unfortunately they don't get talked about like the negative things do.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're exactly right.
Yeah. So all I'm gonna say is this. Now, Randy, I gotta be honest with you. I don't like how you and some of those guys beat up on me on the golf course, though. I don't like that part, but you know what? I'm gonna keep working on my game. I probably won't get invited to play for a green jacket, but I'm gonna get better so that y'all will quit beating up on me so much.
Well, good for you. Good for you.
And Randy is a great golfer, by the way, too. Now, he won't admit to y'all that, but I will. I've seen him play. I've seen him play it several times, and he's real good at sandbagging, too. Man, you and Tony Davis are about the best 2 sandbaggers I know.
Yeah. Tony's a good sandbagger.
Yeah. Well, basically, these golf tournaments that we're talking about, everybody, I want y'all to know that they're all to raise money for great causes. And Randy heads these things up, and I know he has help from other people, but he's the one that spearheads these things, and I just want that to be known. And I just want to say, man, I'm so proud of you. 50 years of banking, God, man, you don't have to do any of these things, and you've been doing them for a while.
Yeah, about 20 years, and really having a blast doing them. It's a lot of fun. I have a passion for helping people, especially kids.
Yeah.
And to give kids opportunities to put a smile on a child's face, to do something like that is worth everything to me.
Well, let me ask you this. You got if I remember correctly, you have an event coming up here pretty soon. The NFL draft, is that right?
Yes, so we're going to have a couple of events this year. We've got the ultimate NFL draft party coming up. I believe it's the 27th of April.
I need an invite, right?
Yes, sir. And we'll have yourself and a bunch of former NFL players in to be there. We'll bring sponsors in to be there for that evening. We'll watch the draft, get a chance to socialize with some former NFL players, and raise a bunch of money. And we give this money to Oklahoma high school athletic departments.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's a lot of those schools that don't have a lot of fundraising opportunities, and $2,500 check is huge to those athletic departments. So we'll raise about $45,000 at the event in April, and then we're going to do a golf tournament in the fall and probably raise another 50 or 60.
Well, I need invites to all that.
You've got it.
Okay. And I got you on record saying that, so I got plenty of witnesses, Randy. You can't leave me out.
You're never left out, brother.
Well, Randy, could you also share with us some of the things, some of the people that you like? Some I think it's Mel Gilliam and a couple other guys are pretty helpful. John.
Yeah, Melvin Gilliam, of course, was a all Big Eight defensive back for Oklahoma State University. Also was an all Big Eight point guard for the basketball team.
Wow.
Played both sports. He's a great athlete. Melvin's been involved in this thing with me all the way along. John Washburn, again, for the last 20 years, John has been right in the middle of this thing with me and bringing this all the way through and helping bring guys in and herd the cats a little bit. And
I give John a lot of credit. Even though I don't smoke cigars, he makes sure that everybody else that do have them.
He will make sure that everybody's got cigars. That's for darn.
Yep, and he'll make sure you get where you need to be.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. No, he's great at that, and we've got a really good group of volunteers. CJ Novak. We've got a great group of volunteers that will jump in and help organize the weekend, get everything going. There's a whole lot of logistics to do it, and we bring guys in several days in advance. We don't just bring them in the day before the golf tournament. The tournament's on Monday. You guys usually come in on Thursday or Friday, and we've got activities over the weekend and the trips to the hospital, and we just get a chance to have a family reunion. That's really what it is.
Yeah, and everybody that comes that I've had the pleasure of being around, they all enjoy it just like I do. I mean, we really enjoy coming down there and just being around each other. And it's almost like if you didn't know, you'd have thought we were all teammates, even though a lot of us,
exactly right.
A lot of us competed against each other. But today, I always use the example of Marcus Dupree. I mean, Marcus is like my little brother. He's not
real little.
No, he's not a little man. I'm just speaking in age. But this guy was amazing on the football field, and he was doing it against our team. But you know what? He's one of the coolest guys that I know today. A whole bunch of them, Thomas Lott, all those guys, man.
But you know what? Every one of you guys, you know what it took. The sacrifices it took to be on that football field. You guys paid all those prices, and you don't hate the other teams. Hell, you respect those guys. It's the fans that get emotional and might hate a team, but the players, man, they have great respect for each other. At least that's what I've learned through this thing.
Yeah, well, that's a true statement, because it was never about hating anybody. It was like we all had a competitive nature, but once that part was behind us, then we had that commonality, and that's what made us all so close to this day. I mean, and some of those guys, some of us are from the same states, like Billy Simmons is from Texas.
Yep.
Thomas Lott from Texas. And, even though I play for Nebraska, I'm from Texas. So there's a common theme. And I just think that a lot of times that plays a big part in it too, because I think Kenny King comes to a lot of stuff too.
Oh, yes, he does. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, Randy, you're doing a lot of good things for a lot of people. And I can't thank you enough. I mean, I will probably say thank you 100 more times, but that's okay. I just want you to know that it's not taken for granted, because you don't have to do it, and you don't have to invite the people that you do, but over the years, you've earned so many people's respect. You're right. People are asking me, man, how can I be a part of that? I'm like, man, you got to call Randy.
That's right. That's right.
But I'm just saying, now that you're getting ready to retire, Randy, what are some of your plans, man?
Well, I'm going to do a little bit of traveling. The first thing I'm going to do when I retire is I'm going to drive out to Seattle, Washington, get on the Pacific Coast Highway, take
Okay.
that thing all the way down to San Diego. I may
Oh,
be gone 2 weeks. I may be gone 2 months. But I am, if I want to stop, I'm going to stop and spend some time. I'm just going to get out and travel a little bit this year. And then the following year, well, during that year, I'll be setting this thing up, but I'm going to set up a charitable foundation. And
oh,
in starting in 2026, I've been talking to some guys, and a number of the former athletes have been talking to me about coming out and helping them put on some charity golf tournaments for their foundations.
yeah.
And then they could make a small donation back to mine in exchange for me helping them put some things together and do it. And we could all help each other, help people.
Well, you know what? I'm glad to know that because I have a foundation. So
Yeah, yes,
I
you
will,
do.
I will definitely I'll be in touch with you about that. So that's just good to know. And now this traveling, is this something that you've just been wanting to do that you haven't had the time or?
Yeah, we as you well know, your listeners wouldn't, but my youngest son got bit by a mosquito and became a quadriplegic. He got West Nile poliomyelitis. We're 8 years into this process. He's slowly getting better, but I mean, to this point, I still have to help him stand. He can't stand on his own.
Right.
Once he's up, he can move around on a walker. So big improvements, but it's just been slow. So we haven't really been able to travel or do anything for some time frame.
Hmm.
But he's starting to make enough progress now that we think he's going to be able to have some independence and will allow us by this summer to actually take some time and make a few trips. So I'll catch up on some traveling then.
Okay. Well, look, Brandon, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back and I want you to tell more about Tyler's story. Okay.
Sure.
Don't you guys go anywhere. This is 93.7 The Ticket. It's to get your happy on hour. We'll be right back.
Who wants free diamonds? This holiday season, as a thank you for shopping with us, Sartor Heyman Jewelers is giving you free diamonds. Now through December 6th, receive a pair of sparkling diamond stud earrings, a stunning diamond pendant, or a gorgeous diamond tennis bracelet for free with your qualifying purchase. We only have a limited number to give away, so once they're gone, they're gone. Don't wait on this one. Visit Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where your gift shopping shines brighter. In Lincoln at South Point Mall, downtown, and in Grand Island on State Street.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued service. November is off and running. Check this out. Get up to $12,000 off or 0% financing on select new vehicles. We have great lease specials with new Trax and Trailblazers starting at $299 per month and new Blazer EVs leasing for $399. Great payments, discounts, and of course, 0% financing. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All finance with approved credit, leases with $2,500 down.
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger in the mall over a stuffed T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a lame holiday deal, relax in the Black Card Spa with some hydro massage feels. Instead of being trapped at your in-laws, escape to any of our 2,600 Planet Fitness locations. Sign up today for the Planet Fitness Black Card. Just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th. See Club for details.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Early break.
There's quite a situation going on.
What?
Jake's been asked to step away on Fridays from now on.
Yeah,
they want to bring young Ben has been dubbed as the curse breaker. He's been dubbed as the curse breaker, and Jake's been asked kindly to step away.
Just for Fridays.
Just Fridays only. Game day only. Game day eve only.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Who wants free diamonds? This holiday season, as a thank you for shopping with us, Sartor Heyman Jewelers is giving you free diamonds. Now through December 6th, receive a pair of sparkling diamond stud earrings, a stunning diamond pendant, or a gorgeous diamond tennis bracelet for free with your qualifying purchase. We only have a limited number to give away, so once they're gone, they're gone. Don't wait on this one. Visit Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where your gift shopping shines brighter. In Lincoln at South Point Mall, downtown, and in Grand Island on State Street.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
Hey, and we back. But you got anybody over there commenting?
Yeah, we do have a comment from Kim Kelly. Says, hi, Randy.
Hey,
Hi, Kim.
Kelly, that's my business partner. Hey, Kim, we're going to have to hold Randy to the fire on that deal about the foundation. So I just want to plant that seed with you. Randy, I also had a couple other people that sent me texts. Theola Cooper, I appreciate you checking in. And also Odious Lee, thank you, big brother. I appreciate that. And Carla Walker, man, you guys are loyal supporters of the show, and I just want you to know that it's not taken for granted. Now, Randy, I will say this. Before the break, we brought up Tyler, your son.
Yeah.
I want to share, if you don't mind, I'd like for you to share the story of how Tyler's situation started, because I was telling Jake during the break that how Tyler was, when I first started coming to your event, and Tyler was going to the airport, picking up people. And, I mean, he was a really big part of what you're doing. And I'll let you explain it.
Well, he had been, like I said, for this 20-year period, from the get-go, he was helping us. He would help us pick guys up the airport, drive people around, make sure we got everybody where they're supposed to be. He was always a big part of the activity with the group. He had played high school football, loves football, loves the guys, and the guys really enjoyed Tyler. Well, about 8 years ago, he started having some trouble with his tongue, and it just was a little thick, and it wasn't working quite right. And went to the doctor, and they couldn't figure anything out. And he wakes up one morning and he can't move his left arm. The next day he can't move his right arm. We get him to the hospital. They start looking at it, and they say, we don't really know what it is. Well, if I was you, I'd take him to the University of Kansas Medical Center in Kansas City. It's one of the top 10 neuro programs in the country, and they could probably figure it out pretty quick. So we took him to Kansas City. We get there on a Saturday night, and on Monday, the doctors tell us that they've done their tests and they believe he has ALS and is dying. And we're just, I mean, you want to talk about something that will, rip your soul out, be sitting there with your 30-year-old child and have them tell you that. And 3 days later, they said, well, we're seeing some things in here that you don't normally associate with ALS. We're not sure what it is. It still could be, but it might not be. So we're in limbo on this thing for about 9 months. And then he lost the use of his legs. And they said, well, it has to be ALS, because the only other thing it could be is West Nile poliomyelitis, and it's not a progressive disease. So, here we are again. Well, about 8 months later, he starts getting some movement back in his legs. And the doctor said, well, it can't be ALS because you can't get better with it. So it had to have been an unusual case of the West Nile poliomyelitis. Like I said, he ultimately became a quadriplegic, was on a feeding tube. These guys, Ricky, Joe Washington, Mike Rozier, Guy Rozier, Tommy Frazier, Doug DeBose, Thomas Lott, these guys, all knew Tyler. They will call him and text him and just kind of check in on him, help lift his spirits through this period. I would have given up a long time ago. There's no quitting this kid. A few years ago, we're watching the Heisman Trophy presentation, and we're looking up here, and here's all these Heisman Trophy winners up there on stage, and a bunch of them have been to our house and for our event over the years. And so it was a big kick out of seeing the guys. Mike was there, all these deals. And Kyler Murray won the Heisman Trophy that night. And, the show's over, and about an hour later, I get a phone call, and it's Mike Rozier. And he said, I need your mailing address. I said, what do you need that for? It doesn't matter. I'm sending something to Tyler. I need your mailing address. So I gave it to him. And about 10 days later, here's a football that he got every Heisman Trophy winner that was there to sign for Tyler, just to pick his spirits up.
Man,
you guys are really special. You guys have been a big part in keeping him motivated to get better.
Well, reason why I wanted you to share that is because if I understood correctly, when they finally figured out what happened or what caused this, what was it again?
It was a mosquito bite.
Wow.
Crazy. And the really crazy part of this thing, there will be more people that will win the Powerball than will get this particular version of West Nile virus this year.
Wow. I mean, Randy, I know the story, but I wanted everyone else to hear it as well, because back to what I was originally talking about, taking stuff for granted.
Yeah.
People take way too much for granted, man. I mean, I got a list that'll reach from here to Texas of things I would love to have. But when I really think about Tyler's situation, it puts it all in perspective. Just like the events that you put on, it puts everything in perspective. I mean, what am I complaining about?
You don't have your health. nothing else really matters.
Everything else is irrelevant.
That's right.
You know, and I want to say thank you again for sharing that part about Tyler, because he deserves to be recognized, man, for his will.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a strong will. And I mean, this guy, like you
he
said,
inspires me every day.
Yeah, I can honestly put him in this category that I call your quit button is broke.
That's right. That's exactly
he ain't
right.
doing any quitting. So, man, I thank you for sharing that. And I just want everybody that heard that story, I want y'all to just, appreciate what you have. I mean, we can always find something that we wish was different, but man, when it all comes down to basically is your health is number one. And you say Tyler is making progress, right?
He is making progress. We're so thankful for all of that. I'm so thankful that he's still alive. I mean, initially they're telling us he's dying. I mean, I still feel blessed, even with all of this that we go through. I still feel like we're blessed, and every day that you see, man, you're blessed to be alive. You're lucky. Go do something good with it.
And I agree with that so much, and it's one of the reasons why I repeat myself when I say every day you're blessed to see is another day in paradise.
That's right.
I mean, it sounds cliche-ish, but I really genuinely mean that from my heart, because I'm not saying your life is perfect, but you got a life.
That's exactly right.
And I just think you should try to make the most of it, because, Father Time is undefeated. I mean,
my knees will tell you that.
Well, it don't seem to be affecting your golf game, young man. I just want you to know that. I'm not going to let you off the hook with that one, because I know you.
Get out there back in the day, I was okay. Play. Not very good anymore.
Yeah, okay. I should have wore my boots tonight. It's getting deep in here. But no, Randy, is there anyone in particular that you would like to acknowledge? Is there any shout outs or anything you'd like to give?
Well, I tell you what,
get that in.
I want to give a shout out to my family. Of course, my wife and all she does to with the kids, and to help with take care of everything when we bring these golf tournaments in, because I'm not around much, and she jumps in the middle and take care of it. She opens up her home for people to come in and have parties and be active with my kids through all of that deal. And of course, John Washburn, who just works his can off on these particular events and putting things together. And for 3-4 days, neither one of us sleeps at all. Melvin Gilliam and everything he does to bring people in to help be a part of all of these things. We've just got a great group of people in there. And then, of course, all the celebrities. I mean, we couldn't do it without you guys. And, it just means so much that you all will take time away from your families to come down and help us help our kids. So, I will say this, Ricky, and I mean this sincerely. There's not a person on the face of the earth that I respect more than you. I am so proud of you and what you do with your life. And anything I can do to help you, man, I'm there for it.
Thank you very much. That means the world to me, because like I said, I just want to see people have a chance. And that's why I'm on the path that I'm on. I was blessed to have another opportunity at this thing called life. And even though mine was on my own doings, I still want to try and help as many people as I can. So thank you. That means a lot for you to say that and to acknowledge that, because like I say, what I'm doing is something positive. And as we both know, positive doesn't get all the attention it deserves.
No, it never seems to overcome the negative, but
negative,
but it's a pretty miserable life without it.
Right. Exactly. And I laugh sometimes when I think about negativity getting so much attention, but that's just the world we live in right now, and that's cool. But one thing I'm gonna encourage you to do is to keep doing what you do, and I'm going to keep doing what I do, and we're going to meet in the middle, and we're going to get this thing turned around some kind of way. It may not be a life-changing thing for everybody, but we're going to help some people.
Yes, we are. That's exactly right.
And
that's what the world's all about.
Right. And I just think that should never be overlooked or taken for granted. And I don't think that will ever happen as long as you're here and I'm here. We're gonna fight this fight, Randy. We're gonna fight it together as well.
I'll stand right beside you.
I appreciate that. Hey, well, look, we're going to take one more quick break, then we're going to come back and we're going to wrap the show up. Don't go anywhere. This is 93.7 The Ticket. It's to get you happy on out.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy, so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $395 per month. Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1003769, $395 per month lease for 36 months with proof credit, 7,500 miles per year, $5,250 to its signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 11/30/24. See delivery details.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best MMA fighters on Saturday, December 7th with Violence Fight League 2 at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. Fights are scheduled throughout the night, and if you haven't been before, now is the perfect time to go, with Nebraska football in between the regular season and a bowl game. Doors open at 6 p.m. with the first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the fighters and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CR-FR Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CR-F Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CR-F 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Back to the Get Your Happy On Hour, featuring former Husker receiver Ricky Simmons.
And we're back. Well, again, I got to thank my guest, Randy Allison. Man, I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to spend some time and share what you share with us. Randy, I also want to say, from all of us, man, we appreciate you way more than you'll ever know, and we appreciate what you do and what you stand for. But you're right about one thing, I got to admit. We do not have to come down there, but we look forward to coming down there every chance we get because of you, and we love what you stand for. So I'm saying this on behalf of all the people that you have invited over the years and you continue to invite. So I did not want that to not be known. I just think, you deserve to hear that you're appreciated as well. So just know that. I'm speaking for all the guys that you invite down. So we waiting on the draft too. So you got to make sure you get that information out here to us so that we can make preparations. And
I'll be getting everything out next week.
Perfect. As long as I'm on the list, Randy, because if you don't invite me, I'm coming anyway. So you might as well just invite me.
You're permanent on the list.
Okay. That's a good place to be. Yeah, I really do appreciate that. And like I said, Randy, I just want you to know, man, that there's a special place in all of our hearts for what you stand for. And we all praying for Tyler as well. I hope people understand the seriousness of something that we take for granted. I mean, I'm sitting there thinking about a mosquito bite. I mean, come on, man. I've been bit by so many mosquitoes I can't even count them.
Yeah.
And and for that to happen to your son, I mean, and the fact that he's still here and he's still fighting, you be sure and tell Tyler, man, we're all praying for him and we're all proud of him.
I will pass that along. I know he knows it, but I know he likes to hear it too.
Oh, absolutely. You make sure you do that for all of us, because I mean, I'm a lot like you, man. I don't know. I mean, I like to think I'm a strong person, but you don't really know how strong you are until you get into a situation like that.
Yeah, I like I said, I would have quit. I would have given up long before this, and not a chance in the world this kid's going to give up.
Yeah, his quit button broke. He don't know how to quit. And, you know, and for that, I'm grateful because,
yeah,
I mean, that's inspiration to me. You know, I mean, if Tyler can fight, I can fight.
That's right.
And that's kind of the way I look at that, you know, and I want you to make sure that Tyler knows that. I've actually already sent you the link to the show. So if he wants to listen, you can just share that with him and let him listen for himself. So
absolutely.
I want you to know, man, we just really appreciative of you and just want to say thank you. You know, I think sometimes that gets overlooked too. I mean, we don't say thank you, enough. You know, we'll tell you when you're messing up, but we're not quick to thank you.
Well, you know, it's you don't do things like this for the thanks or appreciation, but it's always nice to hear it. And
absolutely,
you're such a class guy, Rick. You know, all of you guys are. You guys are family to my family. We love you all, and I just thank you for having me on here and having the opportunity to speak with you and to speak with your listeners and share a little bit about, you know, what we're doing down here. And of course, you know, to the Husker Nation, I'm excited about what's going on in Lincoln up there. I'd like to get some of that started in Norman right now, maybe next year. But you know, great things in Lincoln, Nebraska, and you know, everybody that I met up there. I got to, you know, come up for the OU Nebraska game here a couple of years ago, and you all just treated me like a king, and it was just incredible. And all the guys I got to meet, the former Huskers, were so nice and so special, and the fans were incredible. It's a truly unique experience to go to a game in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Well, again, you're always welcome here. And I got to give you a big thank you for what you did up in Sioux City for Kim and Karen. That was very, very important that you made a way up there to help them out. You know.
Well, and I'm happy to do it again this year. And I've already talked to a couple of guys, and once we get some dates put together, I'll firm up bringing some more OU guys up there. So
okay.
We'll have more than just Marcus up there, and Marcus and me.
Okay. Well, like I said, I just appreciate everything you do. I do have one final question I have to ask you before I let you go. And I ask every guest this. With all the stuff you got going on in your life, how does Randy Allison get his happy on?
Randy Allison gets his happy on the golf course. Absolutely on the golf course.
The truth comes out, everybody. I told you this guy can go.
I'm nowhere near as good a golfer as I used to be. My handicap's about a 5 now, but you know, I still have a good time with the guys, and played this morning. It was 41 degrees when we teed off, and just had a blast.
That's all right. Well, hey, listen, we're going to wrap the show up the same way we do every week. Every day you blessed to see is just another day in paradise. And no matter what, you got to get your happy on. Go! We'll see you next Sunday night.
Bye-bye, Rick.